question together. Jose bought a bag of 6 oranges for $3.20. He also bought 5 pineapples. He gave a cashier $20 and received $2.50 change. How much did each pineapple cost? I want to start by showing y'all a small tape diagram, which you may use, but you don't have to use it. But it helps organize your information in your mind. We're going to let the entire length of the tape diagram stand for his whole amount. What was the whole amount he had before he spent any money?
$3.20.
Now, I think he spent $3.20. So what's the whole amount he has?
$20.
Good. This is the amount he has. So we're letting the whole tape diagram stand for $20. We know that he spent some amount, so that we're going to actually take out of the problem. We can't work with it because he has spent that on oranges. What amount can we take out because he spent it on oranges?
$3.20.
Good. So we've used $3.20. There's another amount we're going to take out because he didn't spend it, but they're giving it back to him in change. So we know that that amount, which y'all are saying, $2.50, is also not part of the pineapple's cost. Some tape diagrams will show that happening at the end because that's the change he gets back. So y'all could put that here, or visually, if it works better for you to put it here, that's fine too, because those are 2 amounts that we're not really going to do anything with. I'm going to put it here, even though it really happens at the end of the transaction. So this leftover amount stands for what? What are we solving for? What's our unknown amount? How much he spent on pineapples. How much he spent on pineapples. And how many pineapples were there? 5. Okay. So we have 5 pineapples. So whatever this chunk of money is, we spent the same amount on each pineapple. So let's go through and put an operation with each of these. If we're going to take out this amount and this amount, what operation do we do to take something out? Subtracting is more appropriate. We're going to subtract this amount and this amount. The chunk of money that we're left with for pineapples, what operation would we do to show it being used evenly on each pineapple? It is division. We're going to divide the remaining amount evenly amongst the 5 pineapples. So let's get started doing that. We've had the lesson where you have to subtract with decimal numbers. So a really important thing to do when you're doing this is when we take out our 320 and our 250 is to line them up at the decimal. I can take my $20 and subtract 320, get a new amount, and subtract 250. But do you guys know another step I could do instead of subtract? Connor?
Add the total 320 and 250.
You're right, it's Rhett, not Connor. Sorry about that. I like what he said. He wants to add, then subtract, rather than subtract. You're welcome to do it either way. But y'all are less likely to make mistakes when you're doing addition. So that gives you one addition and one subtraction to do where you're less likely to make a mistake. So I'm going to combine over here the 320, lining up my decimals, the $3.20, the $2.50. I have 0, 7, bring down my decimal, and 5. We're going to take out $5.70 from the $20 because that portion of the money was not used on pineapples. 0, take away 0. 0, take away 7.
Can't do.
Good. Can't borrow from here. So I'm going to rewrite this 2 10s as 1 10. I gave a 10 to my ones place, but I'm going to borrow from it. And I gave a 1, which is actually 10 ones, to my tenths place, turning this into 10 tenths. 10 tenths take away 7 tenths. 3 tenths. Bring down my decimal. 9 take away 5.
4.
And 1 take away, there's really nothing to take away. Okay, so we have $14.30. And y'all said the next operation, do y'all remember what it was?
Subtraction.
We subtracted.
Addition.
We have $14.30 is this money right here, but we're splitting it equally to find out how much each pineapple was. So y'all said division. How much am I dividing by? 5, because there were 5 pineapples that he bought. What should be my first step before I start dividing?
Put the decimal.
Yay, good job, y'all. And then we're gonna follow the steps. I kind of say, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? To remind me, I'm gonna divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down. Does 5 go into 1? Do not write above the 1. Does 5 go into 14?
Yes.
How many times without going over?
2.
2. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtracting, I have a difference of 4. This is the checkpoint. 4 is smaller than what I'm dividing by, so I know I did everything okay. Bring down. 5 will go into 43. How many times without going over?
8.
It is 8. If you weren't sure of that, you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It lands right on it. Well, it doesn't land right on it. It's 43. But if I go up to 45, I know I've gone over and have to back down to that 8th multiple. 5 times 8 is 40. When I subtract, I have 3. 3 is smaller than what I'm dividing by, so it's okay to bring down my next number. 5 will go into 30. How many times?
6.
6. 5 times 6 is 30. I've ran out of room, but of course we'll have a difference of 0 there. I have a number above the last digit, see? And I've subtracted out to 0, so I know I'm through dividing. So we finally got to our answer. Each pineapple, it cost, how much? $2.86. So I'm going to come back to our tape diagram. If each one of these sections was $2.86 and I filled them all the way in, what should you be able to do to check your work? Remember, the whole tape diagram stood for $20. So what should I be able to do with all of those amounts? I should be able to add all of the amounts back together. They would end up being $20. If you do not get the full amount, if you are over or under, that tells you we have done something wrong. All right, that's good. Thank you.